came was soft. "Because those people down there need us. Someone has to fight on their behalf." He sighed, even unsuccessfully. Rymark gave him a pointed look. When all this began, it was supposed to be a good thing that the goblins were busy with Stirling and not bothering the rest of us with their petty squabbling and never-ending avarice. Nobody thought things would drag on for this long. In truth, we should be thankful that the Prime Minister sanctioned this visit and the goblins agreed to it. Gabriel's expression was thoughtful. "There's more to this siege than ancient rights over the city. Stirling isn't that valuable a place." He looked at his old friend. 3 years. Nobody besieges a city for 3 years, simply for bragging rights. Goblins would. They're tenacious little fuckers. Gabriel shook his head. "No, there's something else going on here. I can feel it." "They're certainly doing everything they can to keep us occupied instead of investigating," Rymark remarked. "I thought that fellow with the droopy moustache was going to have a heart attack when you suggested a trip downtown to see how the ordinary citizens were surviving." A faint smile crossed Gabriel's mouth, although there was no real humour in it. "We're being shunted from one sanitized place to another. You'd think the fillets would want us to see how their nice cousins are making their lives miserable. Instead, they seem determined to pretend that everything is all right. Even our night out was carefully arranged so that we only saw the better part of town." Rymark snorted. "Is that what you'd call Isabella Markbury, the better part of town?" Gabriel grimaced. "You can't blame her for her actions. She thinks I can save her from all this." "She must know about the Fiat Gal, though. After Saturday night she must know it's not her." Gabriel's voice was quiet. "She knows about it, but she doesn't really believe it. Few people who aren't dark elves do." He met Rymark's eyes, and it doesn't help that even some of us are skeptical. There was a sharp scream from somewhere in the darkness that made both men start. Rymark shivered. "I'd really bloody hate it here." "We're going out after dinner. We need to see what's really happening." "The goblins won't like it, whether they're fillets or nice." Gabriel's mouth twitched. "Good." Grashbreg, the latest in a long line of goblin lords who'd been trotted out to waste Gabriel's time, let out a loud belch and leaned back in his chair. The thick candles on the table, which were all that illuminated the dim room, flickered as if caught in a draught. "Chicken isn't a traditional fillet dish," he said, "but we've learnt to love it. Those spices are quite extraordinary, don't you think?" Gabriel dabbed at his mouth with his napkin and smiled. "Indeed." Then his eyes hardened. "Do many of Stirling's citizens enjoy chicken on a regular basis?" Grashbreg might have been brash, but he wasn't a fool. "You already know the answer to that. There's not much we can do when the nice are barricading us in. They are the ones causing the problems in the city, not us." He curved his lips into a twisted semblance of a smile. "Would you like some cake and coffee to finish? We have the most delectable chocolate confection that I'm sure you'll both enjoy." He turned and gestured at a nearby servant, who bowed once and hurried away. "I don't want chocolate cake." Gabriel stood up. "I'm going out." Grashbreg remained where he was. "Out? Goodness me! I presume you are heading back to Kanji. Perhaps a lady took your fancy there after all." "No, not there. I think a stroll in the other direction is in order. I'd like to see more of the city for myself." The goblin hooked a finger into his mouth and began picking at one of his teeth with a curved fingernail. "That's not wise." "I wasn't asking for your opinion on the matter," Gabriel returned, although his tone was mild. "But I appreciate the sentiment." "Sit down and have some cake." "Thank you, but no." He turned and headed towards the open door. Rymark hurriedly stood up and trotted after him. Grashbreg coughed. "I know what you're capable of, Lord Gabriel," he called out. "Then you know I can look after myself. I will be in no danger on those streets." He paused. "And I'm no lord." "No," the goblin returned, "but you are one of fewer than 50 dark elves."